I move for no man.
So be it! Now stand aside, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Well, what's that then?
I've heard worse.
You liar!
Come on, you pansy!
Victory is mine!
Welcome to the last show of the 2023 year. Had a request for Blackburn, so we're playing it. I played in the Pauper Classic Tuesday tournament, and I got first place with this exact list, so I'm not changing nothing until we find out where I screwed up and got super lucky. Thanks for everybody nice and early in the chat. Lion Stab Troll, Chimsky, Shubrazamon, and MTG Magic Man in the house too. MTM Tat, all right, everybody's here. So I haven't strayed away from our land base in quite a while. I have changed up to 4 Vault Whispers because we're running something that can sacrifice it. So we do have 18 outside of the Vault and the 3 Carnariums. All the rest are basic. Got 4 Bump in the Nights, 1 Fruit, 4 Hopeless Nightmare, this is new to the list, 4 Rekna Raid, which is an enchantment as well, and 4 Serrated Scorpions to round out our 1-drops here. I'm going to try not to clear my throat. I feel like I have to do a big cough, but I'm on camera, so you'll have to bear with me. All right, so we got 4 Sign in Blood, 4 Kisses, 4 this, 4 that haven't changed. I went down to 2 Soul Reaps, more on that in a second, 4 Alms of the Vein, and I made room for 3 draw spells. Rowan's Grim Search is really cool in this because the majority of the time we're grabbing Nightmare, and this happens the second it goes away. So what's cool is you sacrifice it, you scry 2, hopefully, the best case scenario actually is it's 2 things you don't want, bury, and then you scry crazy amounts on this time with 4, and go from there. So then you're always going to get what you need. It's been working pretty well. That's also why the inclusion of this Nightmare, because I needed, this way we've got quite a few targets for the Grim Search to hit, because you can't really grab a creature out of the deal. And we're only running 4 creatures technically, but you know, we're running this dude who turns into a creature. And this has a little bit of an ability of not caring. So there's a lot of removal out there, and that's why I think I won the tournament. Everybody was really removal heavy, and I'm like, okay, well, once this hits, it's already done its damage. If it hits once, it's, you know, just extra candy, and this we want to die. So it kind of played into the opponent's hands a lot that way, and then everything else just was unavoidable, and you know, against prismatic strands and such. Anyway, and then okay, anyway, I'm just checking out the chat there. So I've got 2 Spell Bombs and 3 Macabre for our Graveyard Hate, 3 Geth's Verdicts for just a kind of a catch-all edict effect, 3 Crypt Rats for kind of the same thing. Got to sweep those elves and walls up, and 4 Snuff Out. Sorry for the budget leery out there. Not much of a, I guess you could run Cast Down if budget is an issue, but for right now we're just going to run like this and hope we win. Let's see if we can keep doing that with this here. I don't know why this is doing this. I just set this up earlier and played a test game and all that good stuff, but we'll see. We'll get so out of the way there. Here we go. All right. I don't know why the screen's bouncing over and over again. This is strange. And it's a new thing for me, but we'll see what we can see. Let's move this up and over here. Try to get this set up for the rest of the matches here. It's strange how it's not holding. Alrighty, we got a pretty good hand here. We'll keep this. Budget option, I don't know, maybe a Cast Down. See it a mile away though. We don't have enough stuff dying to really warrant a Tragic Slip, which is usually my go-to in a black shell with when you want to mix Snuff Out. And I have to tell you, I really like Soul Reap, but boy, if we'll probably draw it just because we got Forest right across from us. But I'm going to lead off with Hopeless Nightmare here. Just get him out of a card early. Even if it's a land at this stage, it might actually affect the game. So we'll do this, get a permanent down. Consider playing like a Grey Merchant of Asphodel, but looks like we're playing right in their hands as they discard a Stinkweed Imp. This looks like the list we were running last week. The Big Stink. We'll see if we stay alive. We'll have to get our graveyard hate package here. Yeah, Vendetta's a nice option. I remember running that for a while. Uh-oh. We might be dead soon if they're playing like we do. Let's see. I'm just gonna write big stink for my own notes so I know exactly what it is as we move forward. Now I do wish I had Soul Reap, right? Oh, we would need another basic here. All right. Well, we don't have much to do, so we might as well get some life out of the deal. We'll do that. We got a pretty quick clock here, but the Sovereign's Bite and Alms of the Vein are going to help us out a little bit here. Yeah, Innocent Blood's not a bad call there, Mind Stab Throw, unless they're going wide, though. We got verdicts for the those options. I don't know if I'd really want to. I don't think we're going to be able to win this without our graveyard hate here, guys. Already got an active Knot of the Bone. I wish it would tell us how many creatures were in their graveyard like it does when it's your graveyard, but it doesn't. An Exhume package. A little bit of hope there. I'll bring in Macabres. Don't know if Geth's verdicts are going to be relevant or not. We'll see. They don't. Talking about a 1-mana answer. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good answer then. All right. Well, let's get out a blocker and get some of this life back. Again, I don't think unless we draw really, really hot, we're going to be able to get out of this jam. They're at 12, and that Knot of the Bone's only going to get bigger and bigger. Finally have a quiet house again. We've had relatives and my son and my mom staying with us for a good 10-day stretch, so it's very nice to... Okay, we'll just concede here. I'm not going to... Can't get around that much life gain. There's only more coming. I'll bring these in. We'll bring in the Macabres. I don't know what else to bring in. That's already 5 cards. We'll lose a Grim Search. They can take a little while. We'll lose a Fruit. I want these for the blockers. I love my Reckoner Raids. I don't want to lose too many of these. And maybe a choice. You know what? These Nightmares aren't going to be all that good here because they want to discard stuff. So I'm actually going to get rid of the Nightmares. We'll cut to 2 of these. Now, what did I take out? Let's see here. Put 3 things back. Let's bring back a choice. Reckoner Raid may be valid. Maybe 1 rat to get rid of stuff. I'm not sure. Bring in a... I'm going to be nixing our yard too, so I don't really want to do that. We do have this ability to go grab an artifact, and we do have 2 spell bombs. I don't want to do that, but that's an option. All right, we can always just turn it into a Sign in Blood. Let's go. We'll try to find our graveyard hate here. Can't really think of a much worse matchup. I think I faced this, though, and beat it in the Pauper Classic tournament, but who knows? Okay, well, we don't have any of our answers immediately, but I think we can get away with holding on to a Sign in Blood, curving out here, and hoping we draw something off of this. So let's keep. Don't want to get too greedy here. Innocent Blood, very underplayed in Pauper, but the second you run into a Kohani Garden, you're like, oh no. Drat. Double Drat. All right, we'll get out an early Okiba. I've often talked about this card liking me. There's just certain cards that they just like you. Does anybody have any of those? I can make a 200 card deck and put one of these in it, and I'll usually have it in my opening hand. It's one of those cards. It just likes me a lot. So, yeah, Bone Shards. That's a great answer. That's why I love having a live chat here. All these magic minds coming together. It's probably the last Pauper Classic Tuesday I'll be able to play for a while because got to go back to working in office, and unless the traffic's very light, I might be in trouble. Few rows of thinking here. I could Kiss now or Blood now. I'm going to Blood. Let's try to find it. Some of our graveyard hate here. Okay, well, we're 2 cards deeper. Can always do the Grim Search instant trick on your Okiba because it is an enchantment creature if they do kill it. I don't think this list is going to be killing anything other than me bumping into a Stinkweed Imp, though. Oh, Sway of the Stars. Oh, you could call it that too. Yeah, cards that you just keep cracking. Let's see if they go after the vault or the... Okay, that's fine with me. I think we'll just bring out a Kiss. Hopefully we just draw some sort of graveyard hate answer. All right. Well, let's lead off with this. We'll drop the Vampire's Kiss, get our Madness Outlet going active. Do this now. And boy, my stomach is making some music. So apologies if that comes through the mic. Right before the show started, I was like, my stomach was just like, and I was like, oh my God, that's like embarrassingly loud. Feel fine. Just must have eaten something that is churning. All right, I got a forest in the house. One big creature in the yard. Wayfinder. Okay, this seems to be a lot more, what do you call it? I'm glad we got rid of the nightmares. Maybe they're waiting on a way to get rid of stinkweed, right? Get some toast in you might help. All right, Exhume is there. Glowspore Shaman reminds me of playing Modern with my son. He had a pretty nasty little list with this card in there, but recently been downgraded. I know that new set's coming out. I looked through all of them with the common filter. I wasn't too impressed by anything. So, all right, I feel a lot more relaxed now. Let's see here. I think I'm just going to EOT Grim Search and grab a blood token out of the deal. We'll just chill out here. Be very careful with the keys here. I don't want to... they discarded an Exhume, so that obviously implies... Oh, no, they didn't discard it. They got it with the Wayfinder. That's fine. Be a tough call at this life total. If Knot of the Bone and a threat comes into play, I might have to actually go after the Knob before they have the mana to really jumpstart back into this matchup here. Okay. They're really filling up. Really like to pull a Spellbomb at this point. Let's prioritize that. Let's do the Grim Search here with Bargain, targeting this. Bloop. Maybe they'll forget to attack. Well, I don't really like any of this, except maybe the Sign in Blood. Put two of them back on the top of my library in any order. We got a blocker out of the deal. We've already got a land. I guess I'll go for these two. Okay. Let's go... Top. And I guess not much else matters. Oh, Okiba's back. All right. One of my favorite MTG user handle names to say out loud. Who doesn't like to say Okiba? If you say it like a wannabe English anime version, you can have a lot of fun. All right. We'll just keep that blood token out for the other issues. Okay, Soul Reap, I see ya. I just don't want to be you right now. Let's do it this here. Draw some stuff. Bring this out. Let's get a blocker out to negate a lot of this little pesky damage here. We'll do this. Oh, boy. Almost want to do that again, don't I? Let's bite here. It's considering a blood move there, but we'll just go from there. Once anything of substance comes down that isn't green, we'll be able to handle it with Soul Reap. Yeah, I can target my own Scorpion, I guess. That would be a valid target. All right, we'll fill up their yard a little bit more. I'm afraid this is just going to fuel a Knot of the Bone. Maybe we didn't hit hard enough and they sideboarded those things out. It's no stranger that I'm a fan of Macabre, so they might be... oh, yeah, darn it. Ouch! My God. Close to insurmountable. This list is very good at a lot of things, but overcoming like a Weather the Storm or a Knot of the Bone build, it's incredibly hard for me to win. I think we're just going to lose this one, guys. We'll stick with it, though. Let's see if we can pull this off. One Spellbomb away from good times. Let's go. Pull this down. Spellbomb? Cool. That helps a lot. I think we're just going to trip it now. Before they can do the thing. Say, okay. Yes. Draw a card out of the deal. Get rid of their yard. Now we've got a creature. And not much else to do. Let's go. Just kind of had to... All right, we'll start gaining life next turn. Yeah, Macabres are awesome, but boy, in a black deck, they're very awesome because you can do all the stuff, right? Okay, what's going in the yard? Don't be another Knot of the Bone. I got a lot of work to do here. Okay. Was this an Exhume? Nope. Glowspore Shaman. I'm very glad we have Scorpions. What is going down here? Crypt Rats, too. A lot less giant. Boop, boom. Okay. Gonna have to kill some stuff. Block here. Take 3. Be blocking Glowspore Shaman, no problem. Next time, boy, those Soul Reaps are just staring at me here. It's a little frustrating. Let's draw some cards out of Alms to the Vein. Try to get our Madness trigger going. Getting all happy here. Boop, bam. Give me some life back. All right. Boink. Hey, I actually like this draw. More critters. Get our life back up. And chill. We've almost got him back to the starting life total. Good grief. This is exactly why I put 2 spell bombs in this to match the 3 Macabre, because this list is growing in popularity. And we don't really care about our graveyard. And Macabres are good for the majority of matchups, especially like flickering tricks or ephemerate locks and such. But sometimes the graveyard can actually go wide. Meaning, like, it's just about the volume. Cards like Knot of the Bone and Delve and stuff, and they can fill up really quick. So sometimes Macabre is a nice little precision tool, but sometimes you need just a shovel. What do we have here? Is this a hard? No, that would cost 2. I was thinking they were hard casting Dread Return, but we still haven't seen Dread Return. What ways they have to get it back? Is this the first instance of it? Let's see. Dread Return. For what? The Crypt? What's he targeting? Let me open up the chat here. Game log, just to make sure. Targeting Crypt Rats. We'll say no to that. And the Giant, I guess. Blop. No Dread Return for you. Just want to make sure I'm choosing correctly. Sorry, I'll close that once the graveyard shenanigans are over with. Whether or not they sacrifice something now to get stuff back, we'll see. It's pretty rare that somebody has double Macabre, right? And he's getting back the Troll. We will say no to that too. Say bye-bye, Troll. And, I guess the Necromass. Want to try it again? Bacon Masker and Lackarding. All right. Thanks for the hype. Let me close this down. The graveyard shenanigans are over with. Might have let one of those slip by so that I could Soul Reap it, but I'm feeling feisty at the moment. Very big uphill battle. Not going to lie. We got to keep one of these in hand. Well, I can block that all day long. Don't really want to, though. Let's just try to do something with our mana here. I'm going to sit back. Attack for 1, they block. We have to keep a blocker back. I don't think we have to worry about removal here. Got him on top deck mode, which feels good. The only big things we're really worried about are black, so these Soul Reaps do feel pretty dead, though. If I get to a game 3, which I don't know will happen, they have a lot of life gain in this list. They still have, is that 3/6 creatures in their yard? Good grief. All right, that comes through, darn it. Interesting choice. I respect that. 4 cards. Hit the yard. Tapping at the window. What is this card? Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature from among them, put it in your hand and the rest in your graveyard, and flash it back. Woo! All right. Come on. Put something black out so I can kill it. Well, not that. That hurts us. Yeah, I know. That's a good idea, Dreamer Stingo. Show them the Soul Reap before I board it out. And taps the window. Nice one. Mind Stab, I like it. They're just going to hard cast the Giant next turn. And we really need a spell bomb here. We don't get one. This does nothing by playing it. I'd rather him think that we've just got all kinds of answers and we're just sitting on like 2 more Macabres here. So I'm just going to slow roll this. Don't think we're going to win this one, guys. tailor-made matchup to beat Blackburn is a deck that can just gain a lot of life really fast. Just that reset value is just terrible. What do we lose? I think we'll be in single digits, right? Nope, we're at 11. My math is always bad. Dread returns here. We care nothing about our graveyard. Outside of, what's that, Bump in the Night? Don't really have much care. Come on, like Okiba. Actually, no, Nihil Spellbomb would be really nice right now. Hey! Look at that, but it's not a black spell. Do I just wait on it? Or do I just kill it now? He will be, you know what? I know this requires another destroy a creature if you cast another black spell. This is not a black spell. That has a black mana symbol in it, but for you new players out there, this won't do nothing. I could kill my own guy, but I'm going to do this instead. And now I'm going to trip this. They are hellbent, so I'm feeling a little better about this. Yes. Okay. Yeah, had I done that in a different order, things would have gone a little bit better there, but oh well. We got a discard outlet now. And only 2 creatures to worry about. Opponent's hellbent. We almost are, but a little bit better. Faring a little bit better. They've only got 20 cards left. It's set that stage where you're like, oh no, if I can start gaining a lot of life steadily, maybe we can weasel out of this. Do I pitch Soul Reap? Do I pitch it? Block, block. Has he got a Crypt Rat here? I'm not sure. Okay. Show me a black creature, please. Okay, there's a black creature. Cool. I'm going to trip it for 1. Give us some life back here, maybe. What do you say? Do we trip the Soul Reap? I guess we could do that at any time. Might as well just wait on it. Yield to this. All right. Ah, rats. Okay. Let's hold on for a turn here. We're only taking 1. Knot of the Bone doesn't really do much of anything here. Actually, you know, even a Knot of the Bone here, that's technically 8 life if they flash it back. That's a lot for this deck to overcome. You already, I think we got them to 12 the last time they gnawed, and then it went up to like, what, 28 or something crazy like that? Okay, I hear you, deck. We'll get rid of the Soul Reap. Don't have many turns left with that sort of hand. Okay, this is feeling a little hopeful. If we get the, oh, what's the one with Madness? It's not Sovereign's Bite. It's, God, I play that card so many times. Gain 3 life. This is frustrating. Alms of the Vein. Thank you, Mind Step Throw. Back at you, Pauper Akbar. Greetings. All right. So we've got 7 damage to him. We've got him half dead. Problem is, we only have about 3 swings left here. Let's see if this improves by doing this. All right, that's not too bad. Let's get our life back here. I think I'm going to favor... You know what? I'm going to do this right now. So I might grab Okiba. I guess with bargain, I'll get rid of this. There's an Okiba and another Tyrant's Choice. I like that. Could always go with the other Grim Search, but click on a card to choose it. We'll do this and this. We'll say on, put this on. Oops. Yeah, okay. Click on a card to choose it. This. Did I choose it? Wait. This and this. All right? And this. Okay. Okay. Till I haven't played this too much. All right. Top. Top. Don't really matter. Boom, boom. Get that little extra life. It'll be 2 next turn. We could technically block with it in 3 turns. That gets them to... We're really close. Really torn of grabbing that other Rowan's Grim Search. But doesn't say scry. You do have to take 2 of them, so I'm getting a little bit of trouble with that. But All right, they're hellbent again. See, there, you just hold on to that land. I think that's a misplay. I don't know. I guess they could top deck a rat, but alrighty. Well, we don't like that, do we? It's down to the wire, folks. Our graveyard's been just enough. We have 2 turns. Actually, we might have a little bit more than that. That's Tyrant's choice. We'll say Torture. Both of our Soul Reaps are gone, so Torture. And we've got a blocker next turn. We will be at 6. Again, I'm just going to keep this mystery card in our hand. Consider it a win if I can pull off one game against a list that can gain this much life. Remember, they gained, gosh, what was it? Like almost 20-something, I think. I think it was like 21 life. Because we had them in close to single digits, and then they got up to the high 20s again. It was like, ugh, crestfallen, right? Are they holding on? Or are they playing a card? They are holding on. Well, we're not drawing good now. Jeez, maybe that Rowan's Grim Search is better than the 4 life. We could have bottomed both of these, you know what I mean? So now we're forced to block. Well, that does have trample. You know what? It's better to... I'll just take the 5, block the 1, and hope that they don't have an answer here. Oh, there's the answer. We're dead. Unless they target our land. Remember, that's an enchantment creature, so he's going to go bye-bye. Well done. Well, we start off with a loss. Like, seriously, like the first time this deck's lost in like a week. I better be careful because the second I say that, it's when we lose out, right? Oh, well. Boop. Here we go. Hopefully we don't run into graveyard nastiness again. Like I said, I faced it once, but... and I'm still not sold on Rowan's Grim Search. I wanted a... the reason I went down this path is I wanted a way to justify playing this, and I also wanted to kind of have a Deadly Dispute effect to draw a few more cards to prevent what just happened where we top deck 2 lands in a row. It's nice to have those outs. Yeah, we want to play first. Perfect hand. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We'll keep this. A lot of 1s. Boom. Bam. Here we go. We will always favor the Okiba draw. Next turn will be Okiba Nightmare. Yeah, I didn't expect that match to be close at all, Memphit Rand. I'm glad I put up a little bit of a fight, more of a squeak as they stepped on us. Like one of those dog toys, right? When I was little, I used to always try to... I had 2 big brothers, so I was always trying to sneak around the house and spy on them because of all the ninja movies in the 80s and stuff. And those little, at least here in America, they've got these little... door savers that are on springs. Every few years I would be snooping around and then I'd hit one of those and it was like it's just like an alarm of like somebody's here. That's true, Lackerding. 1 lucky draw, we would have been there. That's right. Change of plans. I'd rather have a blocker against a list like this, so I'm going to Scorpion and then Nightmare. No, I'm still gonna Okiba. We'll do the Nightmare next turn. Gain some steady life here. Hope we can get it back. Still waiting on the deck box link for all of you. Oh my gosh! You know what? If you rewind all my Blackburn videos, one of the main decks I don't want to face is Rakdos Burn. It tends to just have a little bit more staying power, and there's decks Blackburn can be that Rakdos has a bit of an issue with and vice versa, but this one tends to always have my number. And one of the other reasons I brought it out of hiding was I was like, nobody's playing this anymore. And boom, we run into the worst deck we could face and then one of the other ones. So I don't like our chances. We don't have any dead cards though. It's not a green list, so that's good. Yeah, Soul Reap's benefit's gone up a bit unless you run into walls. Tournament-wise, there's not too many big green craters to worry about, so Soul Reap usually finds a home. Yeah, Kitchen Imp's a really neat take on Madness, right? It's like overcosted here and then amazing value here. All right, let's get our discard outlet out of the way so that they don't have any mana to abuse it. Note to self, we'll probably lose the Hopeless Nightmares against a Madness list. I don't really want to help them do their thing, right? So we'll do it now. Do love the artwork on this. Very cool. See what we get out of the deal. I think I'm going to sign in blood here. Okiba's probably dead. Oh, I don't think I've seen this Faithless Looting before. That's pretty cool. If they didn't want me to steal this, they should have used more than 7 layers of Shatterproof and a Magus Glass. Magus Glass. Good quote, too. All right, let's kill ourselves. Draw some cards. Alrighty. Not a big fan of Hopeless Nightmare in this matchup. And you know what? I might be guilty of recency bias when it comes to, playing with new cards. It might be that my other build of Blackburn's just the better one, just because new cards are out. I always encourage myself and you all to try them, but you don't have to buy them. Could be an option where it's not as good as you think, but I do like Hopeless Nightmare in a lot of matchups. You're getting a couple things out of the deal. All right, that's fine with me. I didn't expect that to live anyway. It's already done its job. Yeah, Dreamer Stingo, that's a really good point. I just don't really have kind of an artifact or creature base that I can really rely on. And I also wanted to play Hopeless Nightmare, so that's kind of my reasoning there. All right, we're at 17. They're at 13. We're feeling all right. I've got quite a bit of firepower here. I do not want to walk that nightmare right into a free, what's that one called? The Red Lightning Bolt one with this card. I'm forgetting. Well, let's attack. Maybe if you have enough blood tokens being made incidentally, Kitchen Imp might be worth consideration. Could be. I don't like to, in this metagame right now, I really like having creatures I don't care about. Like the Scorpion, just, if he hits once or twice, same with Okiba, it's just so much value. I mean, it's like a ball lightning for 1 mana after you add up all the damage they give and take. And I don't think you can use math when it comes to life gain as offense, meaning like if the Scorpion dies, I often say it's like a fire blast, but it really isn't. I know the math is there to support a 4 damage swing. You gain 2, they lose 2, but it feels more like a lightning bolt when it all comes down to it. Hey, I like this. So now we can't. That can still make the mana that they need to make a discard happen. Never mind. Yeah, I should probably just find a way to make this a Deadly Dispute engine. All right, let's do a whole lot of damage. The good news is they can't really gain life that I know of in this build, so we can get them pretty scared here. Make them stop killing our Scorpion, and maybe we can get there, right? That's kind of a scary turn, right? Triple bump in the night. I always like the artwork on that card. It's such a Pratchett quote, don't you think so, Shiraz? It's not just the wind. It's not all in your head, and it's definitely something to worry about. Oh, there's some life gain right after I said, I don't think they have much of a way to do it. They do. There it is. Boom. We're both hurting for mana a little bit here. Let's hope they use all of their resources so I can make that nightmare hit. There's also, oh man, there's a black instant that I've been toying around with. It's an instant Sign in Blood, but it's 2 and a black. And it's got a quote from... what's his name? I keep thinking the word Griswold. It's not Griswold. This. Darn it! What is it? I always tease my son over that name. It's one of the big black magic characters that's big and bad. One of the demons. Grizzlebrand. It has a Grizzlebrand quote. Oh, I wouldn't mess around with the adding red to anything that you want to do anytime. Any sort of consistency. Bump in the night's about as far as I want to go with flashing stuff back. And by then you usually have the red mana. So Blood Pact, that's the one. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with that clock build that I know I've been teasing this list. So similar to this, probably won't show up for another few weeks, but I'm slowly tweaking that one, getting it to where it's one of those lists I want it to work so bad, and I keep modifying it just to survive, to be very honest with you. I mean, and any deck can do its thing when it works fine, but I've been having some issues with that one for sure. All right, well, I think we're just going to attack here. Hopefully everything lives. We're there, they're there. We can do the cool trick on the hopeless here. All right, that's 3 damage we don't have to worry about. You know what? I can just Grim Search it instead. I guess we'll just do that now. We'll cast it with Bargain. Boop. Let's look. Let's look. We want a lot of good stuff. Boy, we really want some life gain, and we didn't get any of it, did we? Sovereign's Bite, definitely. Scorpion, maybe? I think that's the most immediate. I'm going to go with Okiba. Let's go. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Any order. Blop. As we hit for 1. Oh, wow. And Chimsky with the, yeah, all I remembered was it had the word Grizzlebrand. For some reason, I'm always teasing my youngest. He's like, why didn't you make my middle name Grizzlebrand, Dad? And I'm just like, because you take a beating in school. I talk about getting picked on. I was like, he's like the only person I think that thinks that sounds cool. It's just kind of clunky to me. I don't know. I think if he ever gets a pet or something, the first thing he's going to call it is that. There's so many cool, sleek names in Magic, and he goes with one of the longest kind of clunky ones, in my opinion, my audio opinion. Like in the capybara, I just got my wife some capybara earrings for the holidays. I think I cheated that out a while back. Tiny little ones. You ever want to lower your blood pressure on YouTube, just check out some capybara videos. On the pickleball front, I played my first almost full game, and then I felt the slightest little nagging, like my sciatic nerve was calling to me, so I sat down again. Been doing probably too many stretches. Been doing everything under the sun about every 2 hours, just going crazy with that stuff. My league starts in about 2 or 3 weeks, and I can miss the first one, so I might be Mr. I can't play. Oh no, we're dying. I forgot there were 2. I thought there was only 1. And we're dead. Concede this one. I'm telling you, this is a good list. I know we haven't written a W down yet. We've run into 2 buzzsaws. And not good. All right. Let's get rid of Hopeless Nightmare. Get rid of a Grim Search. We have quite a few spots available. Snuff Out's not going to be needed. Macabre might be interesting just to throw it in front of you-know-who. They don't have all that many creatures. I think the verdicts might be warranted here. Da-da-da. I can always cast these, hard cast them. I don't think there's anything I'm really too worried about coming out of your yard, though. So let's bring in back one of these. And maybe just some food for that and some draw. Or would I rather it be a Macabre? I'd rather just have the draw. Verdict might help you get the head. I like it. Yeah, let's do a quick little take here. I think we're pretty good here. Oh, I didn't know you could make a skull, Bacon Master. I'm very ignorant when it comes to the emojis that aren't Paupergandas. I always do my smiley face. Mostly because I've been so misunderstood whenever I write anything. It happened again just last night where I come across very, I don't know, curt, too logical, like almost cold sometimes. So I always try to put a smiley face on it to make people kind of know the inflection of the tone that it's intended. Would I like to play first? Yes. Thanks a lot, list. We'll mulligan this. We need all the help we can get, and our deck doesn't help us there. All right, we're just going to have to wing it and hope we draw a swamp here. Mr. Understood. We'll keep this. I like all of this. Honestly, we probably won't be... I do want to be able to stay alive. I think we get rid of the choice here. We could stay alive with this combination, draw some options. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of Tyrant's choice. All right, we'll lead off with an early raid, and if we draw a swamp, we're fine. In quotes. But we all know how the magic gods work, right? At least give us the Carnarium. Show us a little love here. That's always the way of things, though, right? You go up against the bad matchup, and then you draw even worse. Yeah, I was thinking that too, but this deck can hit pretty hard and fast, and I want to stay ahead of the life race, or at least be in it. Okay. We all know how this matchup's going, right? Let's think positive. Think of nothing but swamps. What'd they say in Princess Bride? Sleep well and dream of wet swamplands. That's not what they said. It was large women to Andre the Giant, but aha. Hey, look at that little cheat of the MTG symbols. All kinds of options. It is Bacon Master. I know I should have put my little battle complaints card frame in today's show because couldn't have started off worse. A maximum life gain list graveyard where they can just reset 30 plus life at a swap multiple times. We lost to that. Got coffee nose, sorry about this. And then Rakdos Burn, which you never see anymore. I don't know why either. And I think I played this once on the show, but it's such a known style that I just don't play it on the show just because whenever I play kind of a standard list, it goes down. This is about as standard as I'll get. I'm still a firm believer that blood tokens are some of the best things to happen to black. Yeah, I would agree with you, Memphit Ran. That. And, I was guilty of not thinking that much of them. I'm like, big deal. But the power of retrace. I know it doesn't have retrace, but it sure feels a lot like it, the blood tokens. Well, if we just keep on this path, we'll be able to discard the Alms of the Vein at the end step. Then we draw a land and have to discard again. That's how this will go. The power of retrace compels you. Yep. Anytime any mechanic can do something like that efficiency of just, like you said, just getting rid of crap late or fixing stuff early, just so helpful. I think if the powers that be could go back in time, they won't want to mess with too much in the original sets, maybe the card frames and make things a little bit easier to read. But I do think stuff like blood token should have been there from the start. I think there'd probably be 1% more Magic players, the people that quit out of frustration or get mana screwed that last time. What do you guys think? How many people in total have quit Magic because of mana screw or flood? Just literally put the game down forever. It seems like it would always come back, but. Oh yeah, I've seen that Sidded Rankin, the all red list. I really like that. All right, here we go. We've just got a whole lot of nothing. And this is looking like silly Magic. We're still at 20. Could easily be at 15 given their graveyard. Well, one more bad turn and we'll be able to start biting their wrist. I don't think I've seen this one. Oh, yes, I have. The big spine. Well, it's more disgusting is when a monocolor list is getting mana screwed versus a two-color list, but whatever. Okay, well, this is kind of that scenario, right? We can't even... Let's see, we go like this. We'll float the mana, and this doesn't work. I wish it did. Boop. Play the Carnarium. Return this. I wish our mana worked till the end of the turn, but it doesn't. Oh, what to lose. I guess we get rid of the Grim Search. We don't really have a target for it. I'll get rid of that. Boink. Well, at least we have mana now. For being stultified that long, I think they've missed a drop or two. This feels doable. You don't really see Bump in the Night all that much in these lists. I know the original had quite a few. I think 3 of them. They've kind of taken a back seat. Hello, mana. Hello, father. Playing Pauper. Why the bother? All right, come on, let's get this back. Woo! Okay, all right. I see ya. Let's do this. And do I really want to Soul Reap that? I'm gonna blonk, just in case they deal with our Scorpion. Do some 3 damage here. Soul Reap. Oh, that's right. I remember that. That's right. No damage for you. remember getting so mad at that too. Just like, but you are dead. Then some Zurin orb trick later. Of course, you could do that at instant speed, but you get my drift. Got a nice storm coming through California. It's nice and rainy all night. There's another Epicure. Feel like a cat's toy, and our opponent is the cat. They're just kind of like, we can't really apply as much damage as we need to. And we're getting land screwed. All right. What shall we do? At this stage, I'm considering just a hard casting Alms here, which I'm going to do. No. Just get some life back. I'm getting into danger zone territory here. Pretty sure they're running like Gal Blasts and stuff, so without an outlet, I'm doing that. Yep. They got enough to kill me? They just might. All right. This is why I was hard casting Alms. I'm pretty sure they've got us, though. Okay. My spidey senses. My lightning senses. Yeah, that might help us get there. That would be pretty funny. Or ditch the Carnarium plan. Go with like, was it the Rot Farm? Call it Black Life. It's funny too how Tendrils of Corruption used to be a thing in the like 2000-ish range. Wow. This can't start any worse. Talk about, you know, when they say read the room, it's like read the metagame, dude. It's like, wow, I didn't see that coming. First one, fine, but normally I would take a break now, but we're getting squished so fast, I'm just going to run right into the buzzsaw again. Hopefully we come out with some wins now. Okiba from our friend in the chat. Let's see if they... Hopefully they didn't bring an ultra I hate Blackburn deck. A few years back, one of my roommates had a Dimir life gain deck in Standard. Oh, that's cool. I like this hand a lot. It's just a good hand. It's not fantastic, just solid, you know? That's what it's supposed to be. All right, let's see what Okiba's packing. They know what we're on. We don't know what they're on. Celestia something. Guess there's no reason to run that out. We'll bring out a Scorpion. Try to get in some free early damage to make up for that Blossoming Sands. Dimir Fairies. When I went up to Oregon for the Pauper 1K... Oh, slivers. Wow. Yikes. We shall be blocking. Lots of blocking. Let's get our life right. Boink. Sitting back. All right. This is going to be all about Crypt Rats. And some other stuff. So it'll be removal.deck. This is a good one for Hopeless Nightmare because you're going to get something good usually. Even a land's good. Cost him a little bit of tempo, right? We'll see. All right. Bye-bye, Scorpion. For sure. Just shows you the power of matchups, right? I've been went absolutely undefeated for almost a week with this list, even casual games, and then I won I swept the Pauper Classic Tuesday, same list, and it looks like we're gonna at least be 2 games in the mud. 2 there, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've only got a few turns, and life is not going to help us here. Going to have to kill. I don't think we can wiggle out of this, guys. Life's not the problem at the moment. Let us, that'll at least provide a blocker in a few turns. Let's do this. Get some resources out here. From here. We can Alms draw, and then what? Yeah, that poison. Sometimes Sliver with that poison can get so nasty. I'd like to know what they have room for to play a Sliver. Slivers are so dense now, I just can't even find room for the Sentinel Sliver to make the list. Good card, especially when you're packing strands and such. But we got one turn left because of poison. We're not really too worried about... oh, we just dead here. Yep, we're dead. I forgot the extra one was out. Crack! Gets there. Double swing. Kablop. We'll bring in all of these and all of these. This is just going to be the... kill it all matchup. I'm going to lose the Soul Reaps. Actually, I don't know if I really need the rats. All right, hold on a minute here. I'm going to cut the searches. Do I cut Okiba? I'm going to cut, even though discard's a good thing, I just want to be drawing just top-notch stuff here. And maybe an Okiba or two. I think this might give us our best option. We can sit and reset with the rats. We will be gaining a lot of life in theory, but you just can't let them go too wide. Snuff Out. I want to make sure I got enough life gain here. All right, we got quite a bit of removal now. Let's see if this helps. I made a list a while back, and I went 2-3 with it in a league. I swore it was the answer. It was Blackburn with Snuff Out's main, and similar to today, I just ran into all the worst matchups. The theory was right, but matchups, you know, what I was supposed to face never showed up. Yeah, I want to play first. Okay, can't complain here. I'll keep this. I'll lead off with just Swamp Raid. Hey, Roka 1, first time chat. Isn't Bump useless in this matchup? Oh, no, not when Bump in the Night? Of course not. No, it's our Black Lightning Bolt. We like it. All right, let's lead off with the Okiba. Yeah, Okiba might be, in this matchup, downgraded a little bit, but it will get there, especially if we have spot removal and they don't have two blockers. They're busy coming at us all the time. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's make sure to return the vault so we have an active Snuff Out, because it doesn't say if you control a Vault of Whispers, it says Swamp. So let's do this. I'm going to bring this out, get a little discard action going on here. Did I play land? I did. Okay. Off we go. Where was this nice normal start from our opponent's last turn, right? Don't care. That can hit us a few times. Probably want to save our Snuff Out for the lords. The lords and ladies. Alrighty. We gain some life. At the moment, I will consider doing that. We will draw some cards. We will bounce the vault in case they have Masked Vandal in their hand. Now they'll only be able to grab the Nozumi Road Captain. All right, now they've got the colors they want, thanks to the Gemhide Sliver. Here comes white. I think we could trick them into a block here, maybe? Who knows? Good grief. Well, this is interesting, isn't it? Let's bring out the rat since we have two. Try to slow their roll a little bit, which might also encourage this block to happen. Or not. I mean, Snuff Out's kind of free here. What do I mean by that? Well, we're going to be taking enough there that I'll just do it on defense here. Let's bump in the night. And set up. And scene. Our captain's going to die to the rats. It's already given us enough life here, so I'm not too worried about that. Plus, we got another one. If they do have some sort of like ram through trick or something, some sort of fight mechanic, will be all right. Okay, I'll do that. Is there another lord headed our way? Good grief. We'll pay 4. And those are going to be 4 too. just in case our you-know-who shows up. Soul Reap, we'll be able to hit the Lord. Hit the Lord! Good Lord. All right, we'll hit for 2, sweep the board. We can rebuild a little bit better, I would assume, than they can. All right, let's attack first. Can't really do too much else. And boom, boom, boom. Trip the rats for a 3. That will do it, unless they have a trick, which will really suck. Done. Get rid of their white mana this way too, unless they've got a trick. All right. And I want to keep everything in my hand. Could use the blood token there, but it's free for life. I know I got to stop. I got to stop using that private joke in my. I've done it twice, and I'm like, that's enough. I don't want to run back-to-back commercials where it's like for life. It's just such a neat little play on words gem. But, all right. Gaining life is important here. Let's do this. We'll do this. And then we'll win. Unless they've got Weather the Storm would really suck right now. Yeah, I used it in Brindleburgers for the Brindle Boar. It said for life. Snuff Out says guaranteed for life. And I think I used it one more time, which is unforgivable. All right, LW. We got to win. We got to win. Oh, Okiba Rekna raid for the win. That's I don't think I've ever done that. One life left, drop a raid. Pow. We're not scoreless. Oh no. Sunlight, stay out. There's a vampire in here. So nice and overcast, I didn't have to worry about my lighting too much, but now the sun's breaking through. I'm like, ew, no. All right. Keep. Depending on what we see here. I think I'm still going to lean on Rekna Raid first. All right. This feels pretty good. We'll get the raid out. Maybe we can get a swing or 2 in. Like I said, if it dies, fine. Most of the time, it's a good blocker. Guaranteed for life, that's right. Well, out here in America, the States, whatever you want to call us, it's every other commercial is like, guaranteed for life. I had the biggest eureka moment when I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, that's right. I could do that in the next thing. And then like I said, I think I've used it 3 times total out of 50. Not too bad, but I got to come up with something new when I mean to reference that. I could just change it up, I guess. Alrighty, let's do that. Do this. I'm going to save this for next turn so I can turn on our Soul Reap. For right now, we will just hurt ourselves. There we go. Everything's feeling good. We got swamps. We got Snuff Out. We just want to see some white creatures. Let's see all the white lords show up. All of them. There's only 4. Green's the one with all of the lords. I've always wanted to make mono green slivers. I always thought that'd be cool. Boy, it's like I just summoned it up, huh? Look at that. Check it. Okay, we'll do that. We'll get out a creature. I'll just slow roll this. We can always do the opposite. Crunch. Kick them on down a size. Maybe we can do a combat trick here with our Snuff Out tricks. Blackerding, I think in most universes you would be right. I called for a double white draw there, and we got it, so I feel a little lucky there. I'm wondering if they have... oh, what's the card? The blue one that gives them all flying because they're running Gemhide Sliver here. Okay, now I will do the Snuff Out trick so that this will die. I guess we can just double block here. No need to. This will die. Is it worth doing? I think so. Let's trade. Yep. Okay. I'll kill that dude. Slivers has got a lot of firepower early, but if you can weather the storm, wink, wink, you can usually get away with quite a bit more. Let's bring out a Scorpion. Do I really want to kill that? Flanking is such a beast in this game. I'm going to kill it. I have the advantage. Out of the way, Peck. Yeah, Wing Sliver, that's the one. And if any deck can run Snuff Out with its 4 life, it's usually a life-gaining list like this one. It's funny how Rakdos Burn is a bad matchup. It's about they've got about a 8 to 10% advantage depending on the list, but we're really good against just Burn. So why isn't Winding Way's artwork showing up? That's weird. Definitely have plenty of firepower. Oh, it shows up when it's in the yard. Let us see you. All right. Wow. Well, made up for our bad draws. They really... That's an odd card to bring in against me. Especially game 2. I'm really curious what this list is to make room for the both the Sentinel Sliver, the Mana Sliver, now Journeys. Maybe it's quite a few, what do you call, like 3 of this, 2 of that. It's not 4, 4, 4, 4. I don't see any reason not to do that. I guess there is one reason, a Soul Reap, but I want to get in the damage while we can. Yeah, Winding Way goes such a far away in a deck like Slivers, but helps when they hit creatures, right? Jeez. Feel bad for Okiba. I've been there. It's usually when I'm streaming, too. Winding Way for 1. There goes your turn. Nature's Claim, yep. Yeah, got Lone Missionary. Or I like to call him Billy Idol. It's crazy here. Boy, you want to talk about Santa's sleigh. I had 49ers last week. Good grief. That was so embarrassing. They went from first, I can't say to worst, but boy, it sure felt like it. It's weird how teams, I understand an individual like failing or imploding or having a bad day, but it's very strange when teams do. And you see it a lot in sports. Like they'll just either get too full of themselves or they'll underestimate something or who knows what happened. But man, it's like they had our playbook or something. Go from an MVP-looking quarterback to just absolute garbage in one game. It's like, what? The sample size is too large. Hopefully they bounce back tomorrow. First stars. I like it, Dreamer Stingo. That is good, my friend. All right, well, we're just going to do this because if we get any of our lightning bolt effects, we'll be fine. We have enough life to withstand this for a bit. Come on, let's just top deck a, Soul Reap? No. Sovereign's Bite. Well, that helps too. Not as much as I would like it to. Might as well do it now. Boink. Get him in a 2. That's 2 less damage hitting us. Getting rid of this. What do you get rid of here? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, especially after seeing the Soul Reap. Mind Step Throw, I love it. It's a horror movie where the top players turn into sausage from first to worst. It sounds like some of those fake trailers that I show from Comedy Bang Bang back in the day. That sounds like one of the movies they would make. I could see the graphic and everything. Oh, that's funny. Good stuff. Hey, we just got there. Okiba. Thank you for... I was really worried after that first game because that poison came at us very quickly. Alrighty. We got to win. Going to go right into 4. We had a really big marathon show last week, but this show's not going to be all that long. So, Sledgehammer's in the house. Bring us some luck here. Thanks for picking my request. Yeah, thanks for reminding me whose it was. I always forget. So, every once in a while, I mean to give people a shout out, but there's so many of you, so which is a nice problem to have. But so, like I said, we've been. It feels like the 49ers, right? I went undefeated and won it all with this, and then the same list, and we crash and burn twice out of 3 times. I'm not sold on this card. Like I said, I'm just trying it out. When it works, it really feels like it pulls you so far ahead, but it might be better to make room for these turning into deadly disputes for being able to have yet another option for this flashback. As one of you in the chat so graciously showed us the way, the wisdom. Trying to put your Thopter list together, buying trading cards, and it's confusing to me. I've only played Paper Magic. Yeah, I would recommend going to a, like a Goat Bots is a good one, and just give them a ticket or three, and then you can just pick every card you need. I like to minimize my Magic screen like I'm doing when I stream here, but I like to make it even very small and just keep it in text mode, and then bring up a smaller, the website of whatever cards I'm looking for or ordering from, and so you don't have to keep popping back and forth. But yeah, it is pretty clunky when it's like your collection, the trade, their collection. It can get pretty. They do need to streamline that. Played Blue Robots yesterday, won 3 games, but lost heavily to Mono Blue Delver? Really? Wow. Very strange. Be right back looking up how to get ticks. Oh, you just go right up here to store. I'll do it with you. And you just add tickets to cart. Boop, boop, right there. Or if you have product, you can just sell it to bots. Make sure you're, if you've won some booster packs. I used to make a killing on that stuff. When I was in my heyday of grinding, boosters were selling for like the upper 3s, never to 4, but boy, it got close for a while there. There were some sets that were like, 380 something, and it was like you could make quite a profit. Now it's like, seems like everything's settled down and just gone so low. I don't know how the folks in Brazil do it. Did I jump into a match here? Yeah, I did. Weird. Nobody wants to play me. Well, I do need some coffee and such, so maybe we can quit out here. Oops, cancel that. Never mind. All I have to do is complain, I guess. Let's go. Do you want to play first? Yes, I do. Let's go. Up. Don't like that hand. Mulligan. Oh, boy. Do we keep? We've got 1, 2 things to do. 3 things to do. We'll keep it. We'll get rid of the Grim Search because it costs 3. Done. Don't be a forest opponent. Don't do it. Let's get them to mulligan, right? That's when this feels good. As long as they're not playing a graveyard-centric list. Sometimes this is a brutal couple of turns here. And Sledgehammer, if is that your username on MTGO? I'm happy to trade you some cards too after the show. And unlike the bots, I don't charge, but I might not have all the good stuff either. Sledgehammer. Okay, we're up against a swamp. Let's hope we draw a swamp. Just let the chat know what you're after. Maybe somebody's online right now and can help you out. But I give away quite a few cards. Can't do too many of the big hitters just because I am only one person and I have helped out a lot of people over the years. But especially if starting out or if I've got extra of something. I love when somebody just starts and oh God, here we go again. Oh boy. Worst matchup, 2 out of 4 games. Big stink. That video is getting quite a few views. I doubt it's just me. I have seen quite a few versions of it around. Scrap work, showing up, doing some work. Even soul reaping, that doesn't feel right, does it? Sorry. Well, there's a lot worse things to have going through your head or being stuck in your head than a Peter Gabriel tune, that's for sure. Oh boy. Keep a 1-lander and face our worst matchup. Again, 50% of the games today. Not of the bone. Just can't beat it game 1. You know, we had a really close, almost won that last game, if you remember. We just had 2 lands. So let's see if we can get there with our Graveyard Hate package again. Okiba, good match, by the way. There's also some bots that gave away free commons. They're mostly bulk. It might be Lackerding. So far, it looks that way. What is this? Oh, well, at least it's not in the 20s or higher. That was a strange play. Just waiting on a land so they can just power out the giant, maybe? Yeah, MTGO bots is another good one. See, I'm so wary of doing this, but I'm just going to do it for the life here, or for the lack of life. MTGO trader bots. They've got quite a few things, although they're a little weird where if you need 4 of something, I don't know if anybody else has seen this, they will often only let you take 1 or 2 at a time. I'm just like, it's so frustrating to have to trade twice to get 4 cards. Boy, it sure was fast enough the first game, Okiba. All right, we're conceding here, guys. Bloop, bloop. If I have a super fast stream, then I will make room for, I don't know. We'll find something else to do. Do I want the Grim Searches? Okay, we want to lose the Nightmares. This is that. All right. I think I can... Soul Rip will be good. We need our Macabras. Graveyard Hate in. Don't think I'll need much else. Do I want to do this stuff? Just lose the Grim Searches. I don't know if I want to... They do have bogs, so I'd rather go graveyardless. This is a fantastic card against control. Like just 2 untapped islands at late game. You're just like dink, dink, dink. You just keep doing it, but... I'm not sure I need it here. You know what? I'm going to bring in 1 rat. Nah, I'll bring in a Verdict. Let's try that out. Hiya! I have plenty of Ornithopters. Not the nice artwork ones, but all the ones I don't like. Yeah, I want to play first. But like things like Skyfishers and... a lot of the top cards, it's like I used to get a bunch of them, but I've had too many of y'all need help, and then I'm down to like usually a 4 of, but I have quite a few. I want to keep this. I don't know why I was staring at that so long. I don't want to bring out the Spellbomb immediately. I'll bring out the Scorpion. Maybe we'll go bump Spellbomb. I kind of like them to go all in and then trip the Spellbomb. I don't know if I really want to show it to them early. Who's to say? Every other game, that's a good choice. And then there's the next one, right? It shouldn't be that expensive of a list. I don't know. I think Benevolent Blessing, last I looked, I was like, oh, it was like more than a few pennies. I was surprised. Okay, I like this. Should I slow roll this? I'm going to do this. I'm just going to try to get our mana right. Okay. I know I'd made that list green one, which was Stompy on steroids and even faster, but one of these years it will be possible to play Blackburn with all 1-drops. I mean, if you look at our hand, it's pretty cool. But that's probably about 3 decades away. I would think so. Gain 2 life. We don't like this. Not at all. Alrighty. Well, that'll be a good blocker. I really want to turn more things onto their yard here. Let's do the raid. I'll get a little block action going on here. Do I want to do that yet? I'm still going to hold off on the Spellbomb. Now I'll play it. This is going to really suck if they have you-know-who. The Masked Vandal. That's who I'm talking about. Been on a big Norm Macdonald kick. He's always been my favorite comedian, even before he passed. And been a slow week at work, and so I've been... Sometimes while I'm waiting for something to render or exporting a video, I'll watch a few of the clips on YouTube. God, I love that guy's humor. No way to do it yet. That's why I love playing Infect Lackerding. I still never broke through a league with my Thopter list, though. A ton of 4-1s and 3-2s. And a few one or two 2/3s, but it always like made money. But I should have stuck with it a little bit more too. I just so out of the that zest to try to, I just get kind of, parts of me get a little upset with the metagame. All right, we are going to block early and often here, and we're going to eat that yard. Yeah, Bacon Master, that'd be a pretty cool downshift. I don't think red needs much more help, though, lately. Wowza. Okay. Well, let's attack. Six copies of All Be Lit. Nice. Very nice. I'm going to Sovereign's Bite here. Got a potential to just kill them in one go. I mean, we've got 10 damage in our hand right now. And I don't want to scare them away from me. I don't want them to use a Knot of the Bone. We've already seen one. That's why they're still alive. Oh, better write down the L there. Fire Triton, okay. Let's see. Should I trip it now? And they just have to lose stuff. 2 life. He might have stepped out for a cider or 3 Mind Stab. Alrighty. Well, hopefully this works. They don't have some other trick here. I'll do this. Yes. We draw a whole lot of nothing. Spellbomb doing some work. Remember the stack, folks. We have unchecked creatures incoming. We'll play this. Do we go all out here? Attack. Well, there's no graveyard, so I don't really need to have any sort of surprise element here, so we're just going to use our stuff here. Boy, do I remember when it went on the stack. That was so confusing. Torture. Boom, boom. Carnarium would be nice. If our stuff dies, we've got them dead. That would be interesting to make a black build with Dread Return and like Scorpions and like kind of the black sack mentality, right? Where everything just starts going off. It's probably a little overthinking it, but there might be something there. All right. I think we're finding out that my tournament win might have been a little bit on the lucky side with this. I mean, it was a big tournament. It was like 6 or 7 rounds. But the more I'm playing with it, the more I'm not liking the Grim Search. I mean, I lost 2 of these. There was quite a bit of change up, actually, that went through it. We'll submit here. We'll submit. That sounds bad. I haven't even taken a break yet. We're almost on our last round already. Well, after last week's, what? That was like a 3-hour, 10-minute show or something crazy. Lots of lands. No graveyard hate. Not much else. We got to throw this back. Mulligan. All right, we got a surprise. We've got some flexibility here. We'll keep this. I'll get rid of a vault. Is that right? Yeah, I'll do that. Let's hope it's not one of those games where that's the only land we see for the rest of the game. But if it is, we should be all right with it. We only need 2 mana. Just in case the Mass Vandal's there, I don't want him to eat the vault. I'd like my next card to be Carnarium, maybe. Get me out of worrying about my lands here. What do we have? A Mire Triton. I don't think that's worthy of the deck. I know it does a lot, but just not a big fan of it. Okay, good. Glad I just drew a basic there. I'll attack. He's like, you're not supposed to attack a death touch creature. It's like, I want to. Crunch. Cool. And we will Sovereign's Bite. Oops. Once we have a main phase achieved. Boop, 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 pop. Oh, Shiraz. Are you serious? This will be my last appearance for Pauperganda? I haven't been checking up on the chat enough. Is it still about the account or what? Like, no, interesting. No, what they do now? I'm pretty ignorant on all this stuff. Well, my friend, it's gonna be lonely without you, man. Wow. First little fight, now you. I guess if you add it long enough, there will be a rotation there, my friend. But can't say thank you enough for all the stuff you've hung out with over the years. I feel like I know you personally. Ah, mind step throw. I got you. Man, that is rough. Hard to play right now. Well, we still love you, Shiraz. I'm not just saying that for the tempo of conversation. You are day one, my friend. I had 2 people in the chat. You were one of them, and Little Fight was the other. So you will be greatly missed. He has been here. He's been here as long as I have. He was there day one. Wonder how he ever found the channel. Not like I knew what I was doing back then. I still kind of don't. Oh boy, do we do that now? You know what? I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna grab Knot of the Bone and the Stinkweed Imp straight out. What? They instantly located your tickets and your cards? So they know, like, who the nefarious pilot is, and they still don't do anything about it? Yowza. But because the cards were given to another account and not sold. Oh, because you got them, like, from trades? Is that what you mean? It has to be, like... Oh, that's a bummer, man. I have to say, if I lost my account, I would definitely kind of have that reaction where I would be like, maybe I take a break. It's a universe or something. Who knows? Yeah, I know. 15 years, man. We're hurting here. Yeah, I guess I could have tripped the food token there. I just like my cards too much here. Not too worried about a big old fatty here. Thank you, Nim Chimsky. No, I appreciate that. It is rough. All right, they've got 3 cards. I'm going to try to focus here. Don't want to seem cold. I'm trying to, still got to try to win this game here. We don't have any, that's Tyrant's Choice. I wonder if we just say death here. Let's see if it works. Try to keep us alive. All right, we're alive. Yeah, was it? It's Some people got upset in the chat on Pauper Classic Tuesdays because I wasn't up on the know of like some other things that were happening politically with Magic, and I'm just like, guys, it's the holidays. I'm only one person. If I don't hear about it here or chatting with somebody, I'm not actively out there looking. Like, you know, they used to have a pretty nice website long ago, like in, I don't know, 2013ish, and I would look at it daily, but it's just so convoluted now. I don't. Yeah. I can't say I would do anything differently. That would be rough. Are they going to pick on our land here? Man, oh man. We're going to need a new co-host. We'll go like this. I'm just going to keep eating up lands here, using my vault when I can. They've got an ancient grudge in their yard. They're probably going to go after our land there. There he goes. Yeah, with, you know, some of the artificial intelligence podcasts I've been listening to, that might become more of a problem no matter how robust your passwords are. You change them every day. There's just there's some programs I know right now that there's a lot of backdoors to a lot of that stuff, and it is pretty terrifying. It's kind of the Wild West. Oh boy, we lose. Well, we can try to deck them here. To get any further down, we might be able to do that. Do we just discard Sovereign's Bite at this point? We still have to stay alive, so we can pull even here until we find our other Nihil Spellbomb. Oh, that was last game. We still haven't found it. Well, that feels like a whole lot of nothing, doesn't it? All right, let's stay alive here. We'll bite. I guess I can cast or discard the Verdict, maybe. Makes you wonder if Wizards didn't sell to Daybreak, if it would have been different, like as far as their policy or whatever. But Daybreak may see it as like their little side caveat move, like, well, we didn't, you know, that's not our deal. That sort of, you know, is frustrating. Okay, I don't really mind seeing that right now. I'm going to block the Scrapwork Mutt. We've got no hopes of really doing damage here, so we're going to plan B until we can remove their graveyard completely with the Spellbomb and try to get them to get in trouble with their resources. I'm going to go from here. Yeah, I remember that too, Shiraz. Anything went wrong, it was refunds and apologies, and here's all your stuff back, and then some. I think that's probably my limit, was about 3 claims in a day, like in the holidays or something. You know, I'm playing like 2 or 3 drafts, and back when it was a really buggy program. Yeah, I remember those. I don't know if this Verdict's worth a card in our hand here, guys. And we also need mana, so I'm going to trip it, EOT here. Technically, if we were able to get rid of everything and draw the spell, that's just so many cards away, and we're only going to get there by doing this. So let's see what we can find here. All right. Normally, I'd like to pitch this. Do I still pitch it? Actually, I think I do. I'm going to actually do it. Alrighty. Do I do it again? Actually, I'm going to pitch this. I want the land more than I want the other thing. Getting a little reckless here, just in trying to get away from this grudge, equaling damage here. Oh boy, they really want me to attack, don't they? I'm going to. Maybe we drew Spellbomb. I'm trying to deck them. That's my goal here. I wanted that Stinkweed Imp to go in there and then go from there. I think this might be better just being a random card. I'm going to hold it for right now. Oh my gosh, you haven't logged in over a year and you just found out? That's rough. That's really weird that they can track it. I guess every one of these has like a, you know, one of 4,900 whatever thousand such as boom boom. Discard this. There goes my tummy again. Man, we're gonna miss you, Shiraz. Once in a while you gotta pop back in and say wave at us. Yeah, I kept meaning, my wife finally became a citizen, so that hurdles. I would have met you in person by now had she been a citizen, because we were going to go on our big Europe trip a year or two ago, I think now. So pretty soon we're going to be headed out that way, so hopefully we can grab some beers. Just don't change your email. Yeah, that's pretty messed up. All right, we have options. Let's sign in blood. Okay, I like this. Let's get another critter out. We'll start attacking. Oh, we plan to, Nimchimsky. I don't know how much we're going to be able to go for, but I'm going to try to make a point of it. I have a really close friend in the Isle of Man, and I think we're either starting or ending there. And we definitely want to do the typical stuff. It's always kind of a fight with the family. They want to see all the typical stuff. I want to go like very north and like, you know, ice hotel style stuff like in Sweden and stuff, and all the goods. Strange they brought in Moment's Peace. If they only knew we had all of technically 4 creatures, but they're at 12. The Stinkweed Imp's ability, not too worried about that. We have to keep our life high enough that we don't die to a you know who. I think they're just waiting to draw it, so this is going to be Operation Gain Life. There it is with the troll. All right. That bodes well. All right. Any more creatures? Scrapbark Mutt could come back out, but then you'd have to sack the troll. To do what? To get another troll. And another. I think their plan is to, yeah, with the Dread Return there, we really need to find Graveyard Hate here. This actually might be relevant. No, because they can scrap and then do the thing. Regardless, I'm going to attack with both. Yeah, I think we have to kiss and then sack the Verdict. My reasoning here would be like, you know, we do the Verdict thing. They lose a creature. They could just bring back Scrap Mutt, attack for 7, pitch to bring back the zombie that they'll probably uncover with the last minute thing there. So this will maybe help keep us alive. I don't know. Come on, Nihil Spellbomb. Okay. I think I'm going to trip this too. Just going to do it now. Spellbomb or a Macabre would have been nice there. I'm just going to get our mana right here. I know we're giving away that we don't have any answer, but I'll just F6 here and hope we live. Boink. Yield. I really expect a... I would have brought out the mutt there. Of course, I don't know. Maybe... did we get rid of their troll? I mean, their... Nope. 2 gnaws are gone. That's nice. Okay, they're going to just do it now and keep the troll alive? Why? They really thought we were on the artifact plan, huh? Acorn harvest. Wow, I guess they just don't know where their trolls are at. We're in life support mode here. We're going to have to live long enough so that they... this is what we need. Moment's peace. All right, triple trolls. Starting to feel like a Lord of the Rings episode. My goodness. I can't even really block here. Bumping the knight's not really an option. This will keep us alive a little bit. No, we can't. We're going to be taking 18. We're dead here. We can't survive this. We'd have to... Yeah, I don't see a way around this. That was a pretty nice line, given that they don't have whatever it is they're after, right? I mean, I don't think the Lotleth Giant... Maybe it's the bottom card, and they're not worth doing the stinkweed trick. But regardless, we're dead. They have a cave troll, or 3. We can't even block this. Such a neat design card. I love this card. So flexible, and then it has really good evasion. You look at that and you're always like, unless you're playing Weenie, it's like almost unblockable. And they get a whole lot of life. Well, look at the life scores there. That's how I feel today, especially losing me friend and co-host Shirazamon here. This is not a good day for Pauper, especially a good way to end it. All right, we'll go down in flames. Both by life. We cannot get there. So I think one thing's sure. We can't win this matchup. It seems that bad. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to grab some coffee. Be back for the last round right after our sideboards. Back in a bit.
Welcome to Sideboards Explored. Mass removal. Crypt Rats' capability to kill everything on the board is awesome. Make sure to master the multiple activation tricks to get rid of pesky undying critters in one swoop, or try triggering for 0 damage versus impatient adversaries. Krark Clan Shaman is the man for removal if you're playing a lot of disposable artifacts. Entering for 1 mana is huge when facing off against an overzealous opponent. Suffocating Fumes demands respect in Pauper. Since it doesn't actually do damage, it's almost impossible to prevent. On top of that, it even cycles. Martyr of Ashes is often forgotten in red decks and sideboards. While it often doesn't activate for more than 2 or 3 damage, if designed around, this card can be an unexpected and absolute backbreaker. Evankar's Justice is the only repeatable mass removal option in Pauper. Since most Pauper creatures are often at or under 2 toughness, this shines early and is devastating once its buyback cost is payable. Fiery Cannonade is the best instant mass removal spell in the game of Pauper. Be careful, however, as this can also eliminate your own creatures if they're not of the pirate persuasion. Fade Away is tricky to pull off, but in the right list and at the right time, it gives blue access to something that it shouldn't have: mass removal.
And we're back. Actually, let me let's do that. We're gonna go into here. And we're just gonna try Deadly Dispute. That's a good idea. Don't have to always have 4, right? Dispute. Dispute. There shouldn't be too many cards with that, right? 1, 2. We're just gonna literally do a true sweep here. And we'll see how this feels. Just for the last game. Don't go anywhere. Gosh, Shiraz, I feel your frustration, my friend. I just wish I had like a farewell video or something for you, man. I know you're despondent last week, but I didn't know it was getting to that level of quitting, but I understand. Ooh, So please, if you're in the chat or on YouTube, got any fun Shirazman memories or just want to say a big thank you like I often do, please do so now so that it's not wasted on the ether mulligan. I'm kind of in a little bit of shock right now. I mean, I know it sounds a little dramatic to say that. It's just he's literally been there from day one. So I'm like, what? Oh, gosh. Mulligan. What is going on? This is so ridiculous. We're going to be like at 2 cards? This is nuts. Mulligan. Okay, we'll keep. Put back how many? 4. All right. Yeah, thanks a lot. Deck. Well, 1, 2. 3, 4. Done. This is brutal. That's how the day's been going. I shouldn't have logged in today. Oh my God. Is this another one of those? If it is, we might just have to scoop here. This deck clearly doesn't have enough answers for that as it's built. It's funny. I've been playing quite a bit because of the holidays and been online in the evenings, and I haven't seen this much. Boy, the zombies come out at night, I guess. I mean, it's not night here, but it's night where Shirazman's at. Oh my God. 3 out of 3. All right. And on top of that, we mulligan to 3. Don't think we can do this one. Let me just let this person know. Apologies, Captain Jackson. We're just going to go show chat. Can't win this one. Can't win. Uh-oh. Ah! Too much life gain, and that's the 3rd time in a row. We're going to concede this, and we're just going to jump in with another one. And I will not lie, it's very nice that happened to that hand. Boop. Concede match. All right, let's jump into another one here. Take a breath. Create. Go. You know, on donations with them, they just angry that they won't do anything. I get you. Hey, man, thanks for, roughing it, I guess. You know, I know what that's like. Little Fight had that happen too. You know, he didn't last nearly as long, but I get it. You know, it's a big commitment, and thank you to Nachimsky too. That's not forgotten. But anybody out there is interested in kind of being a daily fixture, and you got the time frame available, send an email to pauperganda@gmail.com. Might consider the old replacement there. It's mostly you just get day of the show or the night before an email of what deck we're going to play and maybe a link or two of stuff to just have at the ready. And all right, what is happening to Armena? We have 1, 2. We're on the draw. I'll chance it. We'll keep. Throw back a reap. Say done. Ha. Well, I do know that, and we need to find a way to beat Stink. Write down how to beat Stink. It's like, oh boy, am I glad I got rid of Soul Reap. We see a forest drop, right? Oh, I get it, MTM No, nothing. MTM Tet's one of the few of you I've met in person. All right, cool. I like this. Let's do. We'll probably need a blocker pretty soon, but I'll try to get in some damage here. We'll go from here. That's right. Give it up for Shiraz in the chat. I am shell-shocked. have no plans of stopping, so I'm sure this will happen a few times. If it's in the cards for me to just keep playing and playing and playing, because I plan to, till I die on the stream. Hopefully I have a better demise than that, but that'd be pretty fitting. Yeah, man, just completely go full Luddite, man. Just cut the cord, all that stuff. Yeah, you got it, Sledgehammer. In the cards. All right, opponent, what's going on? I'll give him to the bottom of the fifth. I haven't played elves in forever. All these cannonade effects. Not many ways to keep them alive. I choose cider. All right, I don't know what's going on here. We'll concede this one, and hopefully we get a match that matters. Ha! Still waiting for the fifth. Bum-ba-da-bum. While we're here and waiting, where is that? Oh, never mind. Is this the guy we've lost to the first time? I remember the capybara, and I think I remember the name with the LA punctuation here. My God, if this is another zombie list, I don't know. Do you consider anything else? All right. Everybody's playing the big stink. At least today. Pretty good hand. We'll keep it. Very well said, Lackerding. We'll keep it. And I have a feeling this is the Dredge guy again. So far, I don't remember that artwork, though. I will remember artwork over names any day of the week. Okay, cool. Looks like some other variety. Let's see if we can stay alive. Do the rules change? That will die soon. Let's get some defense out. Usually I go with raid first, but these kind of strategies, they probably think we're in a mirror here with some little like a black sack. Hey Shiraz, while we have you, I don't think I've ever asked you, out of all the goofy lists I've played over the years, do you have a favorite? If you don't, that's fine too. Then maybe you've been so checked out you don't even remember. Who knows? That be true, Nimchimsky. But yeah, if you've been falling slowly out of love with Magic, I think it'd be a healthy thing. Who knows? Maybe it's the universe doing its thing. I don't know. Has it got some sort of black instant to make this like 5 tokens or something? Yeah. All right. Get the tricks out of the way now. And back it comes. Three squirrels. I get ya. Alrighty, this will be rats. When I first made Blackburn, the way I started competing with it, it had 2 Heavencar's Justice main for this sort of scenario. Sometimes I wonder if that's the right way to go with it. Let's get rid of threats. I'm just going to play a Reknor raid and then Hopeless Nightmare. Next turn, hopefully we draw into a land. Always yield. And we'll do this here. Come on, be something good. Still not sold on Hopeless Nightmare. It's a lot of card for one, but it does feel like, I hate to go that obvious route of Skyfisher, but it does feel like, oh man, maybe we should make Orzhov burn, right? Hey, that's a good card to get rid of. That's like discarding 2. When is a Hopeless Nightmare like a Hymn to Turok? When they discard a Village Rites. Oh, yeah, I do have quite the poker pass. Not many streamers out there. I used to sit on the lap of, oh gosh, I can't believe I forgot the godfather of poker's name. Brunson? Problem is, it reminds me of my father a little too much, so I tend to not. Doyle Brunson, that's right. God, it's been too long. He died this year. Oh, bummer. We're about to die this turn. My goodness, this is looking very spicy. Oh, these nice 1-drops. Look at that. Gorgeous. Well said, Ninjimsky. All right, we like to see a swamp, but I don't know if we're going to be around long enough to appreciate it. Let's do the kiss. And we'll just bump here. I do love the maxing out of mana. I like any list that just is able to get enough 1-drops in it. You just have all these efficient turns and then throw in some blood tokens on top of it and you're all set. I've been meaning to give that Dreamer Stingo. I love that card. Just those little clocks. Tick, tick, tick. There we go. Okay, they're at that, hopefully that atrophy point where they don't draw village rights to refill their hand. Spoke too soon. Soul Reap would be pretty good here, which we will keep because the majority of their list that we care about is black. So let's do that. I'm going all in on this guy this turn. Check this out. That's always been a thing with me, those persistence. I tend to never stop doing stuff. In fact, I with all these little pickleball aches and pains, I stopped. I used to be a very, very avid yoga practitioner. There's this book called The 28-Day Yoga Plan on like Amazon for like $5. It's from Hittleman, I think his last name was, who died in the 90s. And that was like my Bible throughout the 90s. And then I slowly started learning other styles of yoga, and then I kind of fell out of it. But I think I'm going to pick that one back up because that was like a very simple daily routine I could do, and I have kind of an addiction personality that way, and so if something's good, I can be kind of addicted to it, but obviously bad things come with that too. But one of them is magic, unless the program went kaput, I don't see myself ever leaving the game. It's too much of a creative outlet for me. So hopefully you like me, because I'm around for a while. Better pay attention to my life total here. What is going on here? 2 cards in hand. Yep, that's exactly where my mind went to, Dreamer Stingo. I was like, ooh, that's pretty relevant. Almost everybody's playing with artifacts these days. That's a strange pull. All right. Well, I'm liking Deadly Dispute a little bit more than Rowan at the moment. Let's try to stay alive here. I guess we'll do the thing here. Do it right now, just in case we draw into Soul Reap. Let's rock here. Do this. Draw here. Fruit. Not really what I wanted to see here. We can scry 2. Well, can't Deadly Dispute it though, so that's a little bit of a hiccup there. Yeah, I guess we're just going to block. We'll just sit back on Dispute here and block. Wow. Should just cut her hair off if it's to that level. My goodness. That's one of my favorite things about being bald is hair, scientifically speaking, on a human being is, from what I've heard in strange circles of talking about this sort of thing, is only there to promote odor. So now they're saying like, oh, you shouldn't be washing your hair all the time. It's bad for your skin and stuff. And it's like, well, which is it? We want to, so cut it all off and win both sides of it, right? This is going to get nasty. We're going to block the Infiltrator, sack it, and hopefully we can stay alive long enough to win. We'll do this. 2 of us can play that game. Man, it'd be so cool if this was an artifact. Green and Black Massacre, late to dinner. I made it. Hey, everyone. Greetings from Berlin. Hey, nice to have you. I don't think I've said your name before. Usually it tells me if you're a first-time chatter, but it's good to have you with us. We could call you what is it? Golgari Massacre? Let's do this here while I can still do stuff. What, are you wanting everybody to do a shout out of what country they're from? Is that what you're after, Chimsky? I'm trying to tap through some stuff here. Well, we can soul reap the big fatty. Until then, I'm not planning on doing anything, so I'm going to do this. The option to trip the token for the swamp, but I'm going to leave it. Oh, big stinky massacre, that's right. We've been beaten up by Golgari all day long. Hopefully we win this one. You know, if graveyards keep becoming such a prominent thing, might be able to move Nihil Spellbomb main and then to complement the Deadly Dispute. Be neat if there was an artifact that only when it went to the graveyard, via being like sacrificed, that it removes the graveyard. So we took that one, we blocked that one. It's going to be a lot of damage, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be alive. Is he going to drop a capybara? Dreamer Stingo just for the draw ability and because we care about our yard a little bit. Just with the fruit and the Rakdos flashbacks. All right. Can we do it? Well, there's a blocker. First things first. Let's get the blocker out. They don't have any cards, so this is good times here. We'll go this and then this. Oh, we don't have to click on them. There's only one of them. Are they going to sack it? They don't sack it. All right. Okay. Well, this is weird, isn't it? If we fruit, they can't attack. That's pretty fun. Let's do this just in case we have the win right here. We can do the fruit with the treasure there. All right. Well, I'm just going to do this now. Now they can't attack. I guess they can still. 6. Oh man, this couldn't get any closer. Fruit and bums. I'm always too tempted to trip the relic. Yep. That could do it. Yeah, that might, I think that does it. We block, we die. That's 7, they sack one thing, which they've got plenty of outlets for. Riveting match. I think that's game 1, isn't it? Getting dizzy with all these new things hitting. All right, begin sideboarding. All righty. This is Black Sack. A deck that has many builds. Come on in, rats. I'm so sorry I didn't believe in you. All right, fruit's a little slow. Not a Starting to favor our old list the more I move forward on this. Macabre might be interesting to stop some of those triggers, but I think it's overboarding. I think I'm going to bring these in just to maybe eat with the dispute. Who knows? I'm going to bring 2 of these back in. Yeah. Shows they're a pretty regular player. Even I know that one. Get in there. What am I missing? Is the verdict worth it? I'd rather have verdicts than the nightmares. Just 2 because in that stage where they sacrifice everything, and plus we're going to have rats, so things are going to be getting tall. Let's try that. Thought we had it. We didn't. What a tale of 2 halves, right? Win a tournament and then go kaplunk on a stream. After this, since it's a pretty fast, this is the last round that's a faster show. Actually, we're at about the 2-hour mark, but we'll try to redesign it live with everybody's input if you care to hang out and such. But Shiraz, if you can, it'd be really cool to have a picture of you on your last stream going like this with your phone, and so we have like a kind of a, I don't know, just a visual little adios memory or something. If you could email me that. I don't want to give you anything to do, but if you feel up to it, or if you have the technology available, I understand obviously if you don't. Like to play first? Yes. I'm not playing 0. What's going on here? All right. We need a little bit more help than that. Mulligan. That's some help. Good times. Keep. Guess we get rid of a swamp here, even though we really want them all. We will draw more. Boop. There we go. Done. All right. Since we're going first, let's get out the beasts. I talk about a new start, you know, being the new year and all, and then getting rid of all your technology, cutting the cord. That's going to be quite the drastic new year for 2024, my friend. Kaufer, sup? First time watching live. Love your channel and your brews. Thank you so much. That makes my day. We're having a pretty sad day here, Kaufer. I hope I'm saying your name remotely close. From day one, Shirazamon, my co-host, he's going to be leaving Magic. So kind of came to the final decision today and or this week or whatever. And I'm just a little shell-shocked, so sorry if the show feels a little down. New year, new crew, I guess. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. Mind stab with the new tech. Anybody got some ideas for him? Alrighty. Okay, this will be a long game. Life staff. There should be a new category of like ways to make the clock go bye-bye. Relic's up there. Play this out. Considering just waiting here. Let's get active. I'll bring this out. Considered the old equip trick was sit on Geth's verdict to make them waste their turn, but not sure that's worthy. Where's all the tokens now? I think I'm going to attack into that and then verdict. Come on, draw land, please. That's frustrating. I'm just going to smash here. Boy, getting rid of that one land is really going to hurt, isn't it? That's a clunky turn. I'll gain 3 life, be back at 20. Yeah, I was really hoping they'd miss a land drop there. Life staff's not that much to equip, but it can feel like it when you have this. Uh-oh, I better make them sacrifice now, though. Boink. Guess in response to Infiltrator this time. So hard for me to play a style like that without protecting stuff. Want to cram in a few Apostles' Blessings or something to keep your like 6/6s that you've worked so hard for building up protected. But when it's as synergistic as that and you're just sacrificing stuff ad nauseum, I guess you just go with the flow. All right. Trying to Geth ahead. All right, I like this. Crypt Rats now or for the secret sauce surprise? I say we wait for the surprise. Let's attack now. I'll just bite Scorpion here. Don't try that in the desert. One of the strangest creatures, right? Glows in the dark. The smaller they are, the worse are the poison. Fascinating. It's a neat little trick with kids. Get a ginormous scorpion. They're usually pretty darn safe, but it makes you look ultra manly. It's like, look at this. I ain't even afraid. If and when I ever do get out to Europe, definitely going to have to do the, try to time it where I can maybe play in that Pauperganda. Is that in Milan, I think? See if the family's up for that. Of course, half the family, my youngest, would join me, so that'd be a good time. Our opponents really struggling here. It seems like they're not mana screwed. It just seemed the deck seems so flowy and like, you know, loose and just go with the flow last turn. Now it's kind of, I know I like to say that word, but it is stultified, it seems like. Yeah, I don't know if my wife would want to just sit and watch me play cards. She does that every day. Have her go off and see the sights or something. Well, we've got two dudes. Let's go all in here. If they want to double block the road captain, I'm fine with it. I'll keep our little tricks to ourselves here. I got like you can just smell the village rites. To play the rats or not? Let's see. Village rites to save one of them, I guess, is the play. Yeah, you kill the one with the life staff, the other one lives. You take one. There it is. Corrupted Conviction. There's that. Cool, cool, cool. Take a total of 4. I wonder if they have removal. I'm going to play it out. Let's play the rat. Play the Carnarium. Discourage them from going wide here. That's what they want to do anyway. Plus it'll let us know if they're running any removal. Oh, Sledgehammer, thank you. It's doing a little bit better. I've got a really burly stretching regimen that I might be actually overdoing it a little bit on. And just been, like I said, trying to get back into yoga too. Get a little daily ritual thing going here. And, you know, sitting doing this show and then sitting and editing. And when I'm editing, I try to about every hour on the hour, I get up into about a 5 to 10 minute good up, back, forward, just open up the spine. I had another massage the other night, and then I'm going to try acupuncture too. And thank you on YouTube, whoever was warning me against chiropractors, maybe making it worth nothing against the profession, but for what I've got, 1 or 2 of you experts out there were like, oh, that's a little bit chancy because you might push it the other way. And so, yeah. Yeah, I haven't tried a hot tub, and I do love me a hot tub. Oh, my goodness. I'm all about the hot tub life. I guess we just attack here, guys. Bloop. There's only so much they can do. Oh, what am I doing attacking with that? Ah, I'm a dummy. I guess I have to trip it now, right? They're like, wait, why is he attacking with that? Don't tell stories and attack. Lesson of the day. Last punt for you there, Shiraz. This is a lose-lose. I can do the double activation, though. Assuming they have a trick. Yep, there's the mistake. Darn it. Well, I'm going to hold down control and light it up. Kill my whole team by doing it this way. If they do have a trick, we can respond to it. They have 2 tricks. We're out of luck. Of course, they could just sacrifice the feeder to itself and pump up the initiative and then have a trick to eat it. Regardless, bad play on my part. They got a trick to save it. I mean, the carrion feeder dies no matter what, so I would consider getting rid of that. Maybe they've got like triple convictions or something. Who knows? Ah, the capybara. I like how they have the birds standing on their back. Almost all the videos I see of capybaras, they just, all these other animals are just hanging out on top of them, or they're just the most pleasant creature. Walking Atlas. That's the one when it dies, you go fetch a land. It costs, I think it costs 3 or 2. Can we bring that up, Chimsky? When you get a minute. Okay, opponent, what's going on? 2. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Maybe you should be the first. Mind Stab Throw. What is going on with our opponent? We're both floating 1 mana and staring at each other indefinitely. Maybe they had to use the restroom. They have disconnected. Well, ain't that just... We'll give them a minute or 2. Let it go down to about 9 minutes flat, and then we'll... I got... The problem is I got to hold down control because I don't want to lose a... Maybe they know of a hack, right? They're like, oh, he's got double priority. Well, if I log on and log back in, then maybe it does something to wake up the program. I'm completely making that up. I don't know. It's just... damage on the stack. Not a good outing for Blackburn today. Fresh off of a lot of winning, too. That's strange. Should have had the link so y'all believe me. If you go to Pauper Classic Tuesday or gatherling.com, they still have the list up there. Over the years, played a lot of them. Most of the time, you usually have a loss or 2 in there. It's pretty rare. I've only done like 4 or 5 firsts with like a sweep where it's just like you haven't lost a game. Someone who hates to lose? Yeah, hopefully not. That's kind of silly when you're not even playing for money or prizes, and you never know, though. It might be a 9-year-old kid that's new to Magic and just pouting or something, but hopefully, who knows. All right, well, we'll wrap this one up here, guys, and we'll go and check out the list here. What did we like? What did we dislike? I'm not sure I like the Nightmares. I'm just not sure about that. Yeah, this is going to take too much overhauling to really do live on the show here. But while I have an audience, good and bad of Nightmare. Anybody? I love that it's a 1-drop. Really like that. I've gone up to like even 4 of these before, just for that constant, just boom, boom, boom. But then we're a little bit graveyard dependent, and some graveyard tricks can help. I love the creature base. We've got them, but we don't really need them. But if you leave them alone. So I think these could turn into, the 1/1 unblockable guy. I think I would rather have that, especially with disputes now. So for right now, I'm just going to go like that, and we'll type in change. Well, what is that thing called? Changeling. Changeling-a-ling. Go by mana costs. There we go. For right now, I think I would want to play it like this. Yeah, the Outcast. And again, if they do have sweepers, this gets around it because it's a pirate and whatever the other one wants it to be. Still keeps our mana nice and low. 3 disputes might be the good call. I don't like to overchange stuff too much. I mean, this did win a tournament, but we've already changed 7 or 8 cards now. So, yeah, Outcast and Dragon. Oh, no, not Outcast, Dragon and Pirates, right? Yeah. I'd still be willing to link up after to help me with the Thopter cards. You betcha. In fact, let's do it sooner than later. I want to say a huge thank you to Shirazman for, if he's even still online, I'm not sure. I mean, from day one, he's always been there, and this will be his last show, at least for the time being. Hopefully he changes his mind, but who can blame him when, you know, your entire collection gets eviscerated and the company knows everything about it and they don't do anything about it. I don't know if that's a Wizards thing. I don't believe so. I think it's more of a Daybreak Games thing, who took the company over a while ago, but without getting too political. Just feel for him, and just super... It's just been too many years, you know. You can't wrap up something in a sentence and say, oh, you know, hey, thanks. So it's like, you know, putting a Band-Aid over like a missing arm or something, like we saw at the top of the show with the Black Knight skit, courtesy of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. But, Shirazman says, good games, everyone. Sweet deck, fun times. Have a good one all. Maybe see you next year. Maybe I don't. It's been emotional, as they say, and have fun, Pauper people. I couldn't say it better, my friend, so I'm going to leave it at that as we go out with, I'm not sure what we should go out with here. I guess we'll go out with my Nettle Sentinels fake commercial and Sledgehammer in about, I'm not joking, in about 5 minutes. Hit me up online and I'll see what I can help you out with. And everybody else, I'll see you online. Love y'all, especially you, Shiraz, and we'll see you next week. New year, new show. Maybe a new co-host, who knows? It'll be a while before we do that. Or pull that Band-Aid off, right? Anyway, everybody, this is deluxeicoff signing off for the last time in 2023. Adios.
Nettles. They're the worst. Itching, stinging, nefarious nature nastiness. Like vastwood vines, they constantly irritate your skin. Once infected, you'll see them everywhere. But now, the Sentinel has you covered. A healing, Simic lotion for skin and hands. Hands that feel. Hands that hold, create, and remember. Sentinel's Hand Cream. The Sentinel for your skin.